Are we live? We're live. G'day everyone, T-Nick back here again in OpenTTD, back with the Swedish train set. You joined me in the pretty much exactly the middle of 1931. I'm pretty sure it's not pretty much. I'm pretty sure it is exactly the middle of 1931. I just left the game running for a couple of years to get some cash in the bank account. That's the new hip way I have of saying cash, so I can blend in with the young people down at the store. What store? I don't know, just thought it was something to say. So yes, we are watching train number 9 and train number 10, having finally completed their first journey, I can't zoom out anymore, from that coal mine all the way up here that we built at, I don't know, I went up there, I can't pronounce it anyway. But yes, they're finally going to get their first payoff back down here in another town I can't pronounce. And we're going to be here to witness that triumphant moment. You're probably wondering why I don't have much cash in the bank. That's because I've been doing that whole thing of paying down the loan. And also just watching our trains, I've noticed that the coal trains, while they pay us some good cash, they're a little bit hit and miss. I mean, these two have been losing money for a couple of years before their big payday, which is coming up right now, hopefully. And it remains to be seen if they're actually going to deliver, over a consistent basis until we get some faster rolling stock anyway. So you've given me a payoff of 189. Now that's pretty darn good, until you consider it cost me about 50 grand a year and it's taken you about 3 years to make a trip. So you've really, in the time it's taken you to do a full cycle, you've made me a solid 20 grand. So I don't particularly like you anymore. Sorry, 2 years. Well, 2 and a bit. I don't know. You've been running for a while because you gave me the I'm losing money, bullshit message. So, really unhappy with that. So one thing I will do, however, to speed up this whole process here, now that we've got about 10 coal trains running in, I will, pull my finger out and finish double tracking this schmozzle here, just to, keep things moving along a little bit quicker. So you're now going to get the hint, and you're going to keep on chuffing. Actually, what are we doing with that signal? That signal's pointless. We want to really just, continue. No, we don't want to convert. No, now we've converted to a light signal. Why would you do that? No, don't. Now what are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There you go. That's better. That's what you wanted. You wanted to Kataro click and put your signals down there, and then you wanted to Kataro click and put them up there, and then you're probably just going to throw one in here for poops and giggles. So that's a thing that we can do. Hey, we can pay the loan down a bit. Yay. So yes, we've got our other coal train here, number 9, coming in for a similar, 180,000 million krona payoff, which is really good. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm really stoked. And as soon as we get some faster rolling stock, we'll deploy that on, that line up there to... Why do I keep going up there? I can't pronounce the name. It's completely fruitless. We'll go up there and put that faster rolling stock on there and then redeploy these two slow boys down to these local coal mines. So today, having brought the bank loan down slightly, I thought, what we should do is connect up another couple of coal mines. But them coal wagons are just way too slow. Like, let's be honest, long distance coal... I mean, I'd love to connect up these 3 mines here. It's just not financially doing it for me. You know what I mean? Like, my financial arousal levels are really low. One thing I did notice, however, is our passenger trains consistently earning over 100 grand a year. And I thought, you know what we should do? We should make their lives easier. So I'm going to pull my other finger out. Don't ask where these fingers have been. Okay, they've been in the cookie jar. And we're gonna double track the rest of this line, because why did I build that there? Because it's something we need to do sooner or later. And, now is sooner and later simultaneously, so it's a thing we're going to do. Probably. I'm not 100% sure what I actually said then, because words are difficult. So you're going to keep on your merry way, and we'll go ahead and just connect this depot up properly here, because reasons, and we'll give you a fresh new signal to be disrupted by and get rid of this fresh old signal. Because yes, that's a thing that we can do. And then we'll just go ahead and glue in a few more signals there, because, why use cement when you can use glue? Glue is the real MVP here. So yeah, I figure we've got the room. We may as well quad track it here while we've got the cash. Okay, well, ironically, we don't actually have the cash, but we've got the bank loan, so we have the ability to get the cash. So ergo, we have the cash once I click a couple of buttons. So I should be able to drag this in here. Yep, that fits in nicely. And then, yes, it's still single track along here, so that's all hunky-dory. Run out of money again. We're going really well. And I'll probably double track this tunnel today too, because again, we are running quite a few coal trains, and we're seeing a bit of a log jam occurring in numerous places, but, you know, the single track is probably the worst offender. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that bit of track there and just pray we haven't just pissed off one of our passenger trains. Hello. Nope, you're on the correct side. You're doing well. That's good for you. And then we're going to go ahead and bodge that signal out of the way, and then go ahead and do this control click thing that I wish I'd remembered to do in the last game, because God, doesn't it save you a lot of time. And we'll make that a normal signal as well. Do we have any signals on this section of track? God, it's so hard to see around. There's one there. Is there one on the other side? Let's just double check that. I don't know. I can't see. So I'm going to just Catenary and no, I've done it again because I had the convert tool open. And yep, no. Just stop it. Make it a normal signal. Then you Catenary and drag, dingus. That didn't work. Okay, Catenary and drag. That didn't work either. It's okay, there's a signal there. That was completely pointless. Can we cut that? We can't. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Budget's a bit low. Good. Okay, so we also want to get rid of this signal here because, again, completely pointless. And why wouldn't it be? Make the trees disappear again. Yeah, we got one there. That should be fine. Bring the trees back because I want to play with the trees as long as I can. Not play with the trees, but have the trees enabled so that we can see them. Because to play with the trees just invites some sort of poison ivy fetish. I don't know what's going on there. So run this track down here, and then we'll just bodge it into this kind of awkward junction. And look, there's nothing wrong. If you are an awkward junction, hey, you just do you. But, you know, if you're not an awkward junction, try and avoid getting into a situation where you have one. What did I do that for? I wanted to do that. I was expecting the game to read my mind. I'm like, no, I want a one-way signal there, thanks. And the game's gone, no, you're going to have what you've asked me to have. So that's what it got. And, you know, thus my confusion. No, drag in the right direction, dingus. Now, we don't have enough money. Well, I do now, so try again. There we go. I can just imagine the poor contractors coming out and going, I'm sorry, sir, you don't actually have enough money in the bank account to pay for these signals. And then a coal train unloads. I'm like, haha, check again, bitch. We've got a Tippler tanker truck. That sounds like a truck. It's kind of in the name. You really should have seen that coming. So that's all double tracked through there. So that's all fine. And then we'll deal with that mess later. And as I said, I do want to double track this tunnel as well, because why not? Money is something that we have and we don't particularly want too much of. So, you know, we're going to just get rid of it again. So run that track down there. You didn't get the memo that we were building that, and that's fine. But just, you know, if you could be more careful next time, I'd be grateful, because you're just going to gum up the works. And admittedly, you've been doing the same thing for the last, 10 years or so. But from today, we're changing things, and I expect you to read my mind, just like I expected the signal contractors to read my mind. Because, they seem to know what's going on. Now, don't drag it in the wrong direction, you gibbon. God, it's like it's your first day playing this game. Good. So, having quad-tracked all of that, we enter a new and exciting age of slightly faster passenger trains. No, that's not what we did it for. No, we did it because we want more passenger train, because as you can see, we have 1,024 people and they all want to go via Pajala. Thankfully, they're not all trying to get on our tram route, because otherwise that would be an absolute nightmare. So how much is it going to cost us to buy another couple of these fellas? Because I don't think we've got anything better. We could build the R, what's that, 100 k's an hour as opposed to 90. And it is more expensive, and significantly more expensive. So no, we'll stick with the electric passenger. That's it. Pretty cool name for a band, actually. Dibs called it. Yes, T-Nick and the Electric Passengers. Yep, don't know what sort of music we'd play. Probably involving some sort of electric guitar. Now, there's a discrepancy between the amount of money I have and the amount of money I want. So I'll just approach Mr. Bank Manager and say, oi, buffhead. Because, that's how professionals talk to each other in Australia. I'm neither a professional nor am I in Australia. No, I am in Australia, apparently. A spider just tried to bite me. So, yes, I'm not a professional. Ergo, I do not know how professionals speak. Now, if I push this button, everything should go away. Ha ha ha! I love that button. There's a new bank apparently built in the water at Bodo. Man, this thing's got a real bank fetish. So, I'm not unhappy about it. Where the bloody hell am I, by the way? I'm in some sort of mountainous region. That does not help me in the slightest. That does. There we go. I want to go back up here. God, we have a lot of map to cover, don't we? That's just wow. I really don't think we're going to get across this entire map. This is just too big for anyone's business, let alone mine and my, rubbish building of trains. Now, having put 4 passenger trains on, obviously we're going to have more of a logjam on this existing single track section, at least as far as the junction, so I guess we're going to have to also double track that. Whoopee! That's exactly what I wanted to do with my day. That's okay, so we'll go ahead and run another fancy looking tied arch bridge, because who doesn't like a good arch that is tied, and we'll adjust the landscape accordingly and pray that that's the side we can fit a tunnel in on. It's expensive, but I guess we've sort of committed with a capital K, so we'd better run with it, and that's going to be fine because we can connect up to this loop, and therefore vindication is upon us. Huzzah! I feel pretty good about that. Now, do we have some track at the other end we can get rid of as well? Look at that, we do. Well, off you go, son. You keep on doing whatever it is you've got to be doing. Now, remember to turn the convert tool off before you do your control click. And you've gone ahead and put in way too many signals, but, you do you. There we go. That should be spiffy. Probably isn't, but it's a thing that's happened. I'm assuming you put another signal down here. You did? God, that's a fun thing to do. And yes, another tunnel over here? No? Okay, no, that's fine. It's cool. It's cool. We have the technology. We just raise one tile of land. I can't even say that out loud because it's culturally insensitive in Australia, but the Turku / another word factory is closed, and I feel awful for it. Now, we probably want to straighten this little kink out because, even though there's nothing wrong with a bit of kink, just keep it to yourself, okay? No one needs to know about that outside the bedroom. Well, we can't do that because you've already got track there. So maybe think before you build next time. So drop a bit of track in there, connect that up. Where are you going? You're going to come down this track, so that's fine. So we'll get rid of that. We should get away with that. And we should be able to build this in here, right? Yes, everything's fine. Everything is wonderful. Everything is A-OK. I mean, everything's looking up. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. What are you doing? You're just having a bit of a chill. Bit of a chill sesh. That's okay. We'll get rid of that signal because you really weren't using it, and no one was using those signals either. And what we will be, what are you doing? I trust you've broken down the tunnel and you're not just having a bit of a sit. We got like a Thomas the Tank Henry in the tunnel situation going on here. It's raining outside. I don't want to go anywhere. Also, no one built any signals. Can we do that again? No, you're just going to refuse. Okay, that's fine. What if we do this? No, okay. Clearly the tunnel is blocking things. That's okay. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Figured there'd be a limit somewhere. That's all good. All good. All G. All G in the H. We good. Yep, see, there you go. Now you've got a nice clear path down to just outside the station. And, of course, you are waiting for your fellow passenger train to get out of the way. So I really can't fault you for waiting because it's better than, a big smash and twisted metal and tortured corpses, which sounds really yucky. And, of course, wouldn't you know it, we built the loop on the wrong side up here. So instead of adjusting the landscape, we'll just put a bit of a kink in the track and hope no one notices. We'll get the iron out one day, I'm sure. Oh, there goes something plog, iron ore mine. We hardly knew ye. I hope doing that I didn't just bodge your day. No, you've just turned around. Okay, try again and unbodge. Unbodge, off you go. You know what you're doing because he's in the way, so you don't really have a choice. Now let's get rid of this signal here because it's superfluous, and let's drop one in here instead to stop him, because that would have been a catastrophe. Although he is slower than him, so unless he broke down repeatedly, don't jinx it, he probably would have. So that's fine. We've got plenty of signals up here. Oh, the double track is looking good, isn't it? Just agree with me, it's probably easier. So drop a bit of land down there, and we will, of course, double track up to the junction, exactly as the prophecy foretold. And then we'll even double track the junction because why the bloody hell wouldn't you? I mean, you've come this far. Don't be stupid about it. So we've got the correct signals in there. They're just probably not in the greatest of places. So we're going to drop another couple of signals in there and then just do our fancy control click and everything is wonderful. And why did we forget to remove this? Because you just built it, so it's really not your fault. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Why did we not build any signals? We built one there. Why didn't we build one sort of down here? Is this region verboten? Do we not put signals there? Well, I put one there. Speaking of verboten, there's Bowden. Well, now I'm on the other side of the map again, aren't I? Good work. Congratulations, Dingus. Oh, not too far away at all. Never mind. Everything is fine. Everything is hunky-dory. God knows how we're going to connect up our passenger station here to down here. Underneath the coal lines. Really thought that one through, didn't you? Good thinking, sunshine. So, now that we've done all that, we've got a bit more money in the bank. Well, not that much money. So we can pay down the loan a smidge more. Well, there's absolutely no one waiting at Karesundo, so that's fun. But you are bringing in 15 passengers, so I'm assuming most of the people are going to either Kalari, well, no one's coming back, or Pajala. Why don't we have a look and see if we can improve our train service slightly, and benefit from it. No, don't rename it. I don't want to rename it. What would I call it? Yes, okay, so that's the trains you've got. That doesn't help you at all. What you want is this thing. So most of them want to go via Pajala, Fiddle-dee-dee, and of course they all want to go everywhere. So that was completely worthless. Good thing we checked though. That's the important thing. We can pretend we care. Notice we got a couple of steel mills here and a factory here. Do we have any iron ore convenient? Nope, just more steel mills. We do have a farm though. Hey friend, you're a grain farm. Doing a lot of grain there. Not much else. I mean, your only other option is livestock, so, you really can't fault you. But grain, slow moving and not as high a profit as coal, unless we've got a better grain hopper than coal, but I don't think we do. You can carry grain, you're the 45k an hour number. You are a non-speed limited number for some reason, and you can't carry grain because you're a stake wagon and all the grain would fall off. So, no grain for us today. I guess we will finish off by extending our coal line out here because, well, we've sort of done the passenger line. I mean, I don't particularly want to build a line from here over to here just yet. I'd rather hook in a bit more coal, so as soon as we get better rolling stock, we can, roll it out en masse. And I mean, the coal isn't too bad in the shorter distances because it's got its own dedicated lines. So it's not actually holding up the passenger trains. There goes, not even going to try at oil refinery. Goodbye. So yeah, we may as well finish off by connecting up another coal mine just for poops and giggles. Yes, one thing I wouldn't mind doing is sort of separating out this coal mine from the existing line. And long term, we could probably rebuild this area and have a separate coal line coming up here, and then having half the passenger trains turn around at Kalari and then just having a shuttle run north, just to avoid any conflict between the coal and the passenger trains. Obviously, that's not something we can afford right now, so it's just fun to talk about it and gesture while we get a bit of cash coming in. But yeah, so for now, we're just going to run down here, and what are you, 171, you're 39, to you, 171 please. We'll go ahead and swing down here to connect up the next coal mine, because that's the kind of thing I do. Because I've kind of advertised that that's what I was going to do, I kind of follow through. So we'll run a nice straight piece of track up here. That's sort of going to work, not quite. Why don't we just fudge it and put a bit there. There we go. Consider it fudged. Oh, look at that. It even lines up with the hill. Oh, that's wunderbar. Now, instead of dropping down here and ramming the junction in there, I'll try and ram the junction in over here. Or even place it. Just gently place the junction, just delicately. Well, we're not going very fast, and we can't even afford that bridge, so good work, you. So why don't we try that again? That's a very impressive bridge for the middle of nowhere. Good work. And drop the junction in there, please. How many coal trains do we have coming up here, by the way? We have just the one. He's making a good profit too. In fact, he could probably do with a friend because he's making good profit, and we got 200 ton of coal there, and each train only carries 100 tons. So make that happen, everyone. And by everyone, I mean depot staff. And by depot staff, I mean, why did I build it all the way over here? That just seems silly. Should probably just build another depot, but oh, it costs 405 grand. Of course it does. So you know how at the start of the episode we had the loan paid down? To that, we certainly haven't, got it paid down anymore. I thought that would flow better. It didn't flow better. It sounded awful. And there's no backsies. So, back to the opening of the railway building window. What are you saying? That was just okay. Why are people still watching this? Thanks to the 7 of you that have remained tuned in. So we probably are going to... No, we're running out of money again. We probably are going to want 2 trains coming to this mine too, just vis-a-vis distance, vis-a-vis... money hauling things. Transport tycoon buzzwords. So we may as well whack in a few signals down here as well, just to keep them spaced out. And then we'll need to put a passing loop in. I'll probably get away with here, but then if one's waiting to go down the branch, he's blocking the other mine as well. So probably not there. In fact, that's probably the opposite place that you would want one. So why don't we put it in, say, here, and connect that up like that. And then also have another one. I know, it's a fancy looking junction now, isn't it? Very proud of that. Why don't we just double track it all the way to the mine here? Because, it's just going to be the best result in the long run. So smash that aside. Just flip that over to a normal signal, a normie, and then we'll do the clicking and the dragging. And we didn't want one right there, but good effort, good points for effort. So drop one of those in there, and then give us some parallel signals, please. Thank you. That makes life so much easier. How have I not known about this? So drop another couple in there, and then go begging, hat in hand to Mr. Bankman to borrow a bit more cash, and that's as much as we can borrow. So good work, us. So buy me one of those trains, please. Well, we're not getting a second one right away, are we? No, we are not. So instead of going to Pajala Mines, you are going to that mine, because that's a location that you want to go to. So off you go, my friend. Definitely do not have enough money for another coal train, so I'd say that's going to be about it for today. We can sit here and just watch the money tick in if you want, but yeah, I mean, that doesn't seem terribly interesting to me. I mean, I have to do it because I have to supervise to make sure we don't get any new vehicles, and I'm like, oh no, we've got a new vehicle and it wasn't on camera, and I'm going to have to go back and record that bit so I can be like, oh look, a new vehicle, what a surprise, I didn't know that was going to happen. I don't know what's happened to my voice either. I think I've just eaten too many biscuits. That's what we're going to put it down to. So yes, so we need to wait for the cash to flow in again, and I will do that off camera as much as possible to spare you the burden of having to watch, well, just basically bugger all happen. Because if you're not building in this game, I mean, I'm happy to sit here and watch the trains go by. I actually quite enjoy it. I find it quite relaxing. And before I started recording for YouTube, I used to sometimes be guilty of that. Just sitting there for years at a time, just wasting potential gameplay on a good map. Just literally just sitting there nice and zoomed in and being like, yay, I'm riding behind my train. Clearly back then I had too much free time on my hands, because now it's go, 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 go. Got another episode to record. Go, 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 go. And, it is quite a pretty looking train, isn't it? I mean, just as a slight critique, there probably could be less of a gap between the wagons, but, it's a nice looking train. And let's follow a coal train as well. Let's just whoop, whoop. Oh boy, God, this is painfully slow. Chuff, 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 chuff. And it's nothing against the steam engine. That is a very fine steam engine, the old SB. Yes, very familiar model. Do love the SB. In fact, that's the one we just built. But yes, the SB, very good steam engine in my experience, probably. But yes, these wagons are just painfully slow. I mean, come on, it's 1933. Surely we can do better than that, Sweden. Also, why have I got freight trains up to 10? Is that a setting we can look at? Well, it'll pad out the episode a bit, won't it? Let's have a look at that. Vehicles, no. Where is it? It's under something or other. Maybe it is under vehicles. Physics, here we go. It is. Why do we have it up to 10? Let's put that back to 5 where it's supposed to be. There we go. Okay. Do not know why that ended up at 10. I'm assuming that was a local setting brought in by the scenario. And if so, I'm flipping it off because to that. No wonder our trains can't get up hills. Where are one of our trains that's trying to get up a hill? No, of course there's no coal trains in this area. Why would there be? Oh, there's one. Hello. Yes, you are miles away from the nearest hill, so I won't subject the nice people at home to waiting for you to get to a hill. So, yes, that's going to just about do us for today. I was kind of hoping for some sort of massive cash injection, like a lotto win, so that we could do something. But I think we are going to have to call it here, and I will, as usual, just sit here and chill out, drink some tea, and watch the money roll in like that just happened. Where did you come from, you beautiful bastard? Pajala East. Well, you've got us a lot of money, haven't you? Where's Pajala East? Okay, so you got us 150 grand for coming from there, and the buffheads that come from all the way up here only get us 190 grand. That's a coal mine that we're not going to put too much effort into serving. No sirree, Bob. And that was directed at anyone named Bob. Anyone else? Just don't worry about it. So, yes, I've been Teenik. This has been Open TTD with the wonderful Swedish Train Set. I would like you to enjoy the episode, but I would like to thank you for joining me and hope you'll be back next week for some more riveting 45k an hour freight train action. God, I hope we get some faster wagons soon. But yes, until then, later days. Come on, just break the speed limit a little. I promise I won't come down too hard on you. Come on, just come on, just get in there. Just, okay? Need the money. Come on. You can do it.